What's good, everybody? Back with another What If. Now, you read the title. And so last time we talked about what if LeBron was 5'9". Staying in basketball, what if DeAndre Jordan could shoot free throws? I mean, just think about it. Like, when I recorded this, I'm not sure where he is now, but he's the only man that's in the top 5 in the NBA in field goal percentage, block shots, and rebound. So what if he could shoot free throws? And I'm not even talking about shooting free throws like 85% or 90%. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about 70% free throw shooting. So I took him up to 70% free throw shooting, and I simulated the whole season. I wanted to see how his statistics would be affected. Went to the free throw line with him and everything. So I just, I played with him, a little bit, just so I could get a feeling of what it would be like to shoot with him with his free throw rating up. Now, it's still kind of difficult because his release point is a little weird. But before I changed it to a 70, DeAndre's free throw rating on 2K is like a 35. Okay, that ain't good. Okay, it's not good. But he scores around the basket like crazy. He'll dunk everything. He's athletic. All of that sort of thing, right? So I started to just pay attention to what was happening with the statistics. And I'm going to be honest, there was a change. And some of this could have to do with how much, the computer had the Clippers going to DeAndre. But there was a change, but there wasn't maybe as significant of a change as one might think. Because what you also have to remember is this. Is DeAndre Jordan, yes, he's a bad free throw shooter, but he's also relatively limited when it comes to skills. He doesn't have a back to the basket game, doesn't have like a hook shot that he can go to, doesn't have really like a dependable mid-range jump shot. Maybe he would develop one if he worked on his free throws as well. But these are things that he doesn't currently have at his disposal in his game. So his trips to the free throw line, which, don't get me wrong, shooting 70% would drastically help him. But him being able to shoot free throws is going to help him mostly on when he gets to putback opportunities, on pick and roll situations where he dives to the basket, gets fouled, something like that. That wasn't exactly pick and roll, but on those types of situations when he's diving to the basket, getting to the line, being able to make 70% of his free throws would be a pretty big deal. Because right about now, DeAndre is good for about 11, 12 points a game, and somewhere between 10, 11, maybe 10 to 12 rebounds. He's going to block 2.5, 3 shots a game, which is really good, which is the reason why he got the big contract. But if you let's look at his stats here. And this was for like the entire season. So we saw 12.7 points a game, 5.7 rebounds. Let's look at the free throw shooting. So I changed it to a 70, and he shot almost 71% from the free throw line. But all of his other numbers seem to go up too. The scoring went up. There was like a career high for scoring. Obviously, it doesn't have much to do with the rebounding. But what was weird, though, is it looked like, the field goal percentage went down. But, he shot an otherworldly 71% from the field in the 14-15 season. So, that's really a ridiculous pace to keep up. But just look at that. Literally shooting 70% for DeAndre Jordan would almost double his free throw accuracy. So I thought that was just crazy. But I'll be honest, I did expect to see. Now, this was just at the All-Star break. I did expect this. That was at the All-Star break, but we flashed ahead a little bit. I expected to see him have a little bit better stats than that. Now, here's his end of season stats. I'm sorry, I thought that was the end of season stats. Free throw percentage went down to about 67. I forgot I had to cut in there a little bit. But the points per game was just a little bit further up. And the rebounding, the block shots were still high. And the rebounding was actually pretty, that went up as well. So while the shooting better free throws, I really think this is accurate. I do think the shooting better free throws would help DeAndre a lot. But I don't think it's going to make as big of a deal in the statistics as one might think. DeAndre's not going to be a 20-point per game scorer, guys. That just ain't going to happen no matter how you look at it. But obviously he'd be a better player. That's this episode of What If. Look for another one next month. I appreciate y'all watching. God bless. Peace.